All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Town of Amherst Historic Preservation special meeting for May 6, 2025. Can I have a call to order, please?
Mancuso,
Present.
Present. Here.
Hershey. Hensley.
Oh, yeah, Norm, could you mind sitting? Thanks. Do we recognize the town staff as well?
Quinn. Here. Bodiata. Here. Howard. Here.
All right, thank you. Our first item in our public hearing is 4511 to 4521 Main Street. It's a continuation of a local landmark designation of a public hearing. Do I have a motion to reopen the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion carries 5-0. All right, so what I'm going to do is go over our rules. First, we are allowing a 15-minute presentation by the petitioner. I've been told that we have not been contacted by, or excuse me, the petitioner's us. I'm sorry about that. Yes. Sorry about that. So I'm going to quick go over the timeline and read an excerpt from our application. And then what we have is a 15-minute owner and spokesperson window. Unfortunately, I've been told that the owner and spokesperson is not present for this meeting. Oh, sorry about that. We weren't contacted about that. But we will obviously allow that person 15-minute window for their presentation. And then we have a window for individual speakers. We will give everyone 3 minutes to come up. You state your name and address, and we mark down for public record your comments. All right, so we'll start with the application. We received it self-created by a member of our board on February 13th, 2025. Again, located 4511 to 4521 Main Street. And there you can see the parcel highlighted there. No, let me go back and read that. Excuse me. You mind going back one? Thank you. All right, so I'm sorry about that. The date I have on my application is February 13th, but we received the original. Yep, we received the original October 2024. This is the updated application in front of us, received in February 2025. January 30th, we voted to hold a public hearing. We held one on March 6th and then adjourned it. And the continuation of this public hearing is today, May 6th. So from the application, I don't know, do you have the characteristics? The criteria. So I'm going to go over the criteria for designation. In the application, we've stated that it, number one, exemplifies or possesses special character or historic or aesthetic interest of value as part of the political, economic, or social history of the town. And three, it embodies the distinguishing characteristics of a type, period, or method of construction or design style, or is a valuable example of the use of indigenous materials or craftsmanship, or is the representative of a work of a designer, architect, or builder. Out of 5 criteria, these are the 2 we selected. There's the 5 criteria there. That we can decide whether to move forward with the landmark application or not. Thank you. Next slide. Thank you. So here we have some findings and artifacts that our petitioner found and attached to the landmark nomination. If you, yeah, if you want to scroll through. Yeah, just a few of the, for the record, some of the items that we found in historical papers. Here's some photographs of the building. Front facade and a historical photograph. Unfortunately, we've never been able to date this exactly, but it does give some nice detail of the conditions historically. All right. So I know in the last public meeting, we had Ms. Wright read the Art Deco on Main architectural description. I'm going to read the shorter one, just the historical narrative now. The building at 4511 to 4521 Main Street, circa 1932, is a two-story commercial building located within the Snyder neighborhood in the town of Amherst. The building is around 2 miles from the village of Williamsville. The village Williamsville Town of Amherst building on Main Street. The Snyder neighborhood consists of a mix of residential and commercial buildings. The building is located in the south side of Main Street on a block bordered by Harlem Road and Lincoln Road. 4511 to 4521 Main Street is a fine example of Art Deco style. The style was popularized in the 1920s. Art Deco is known for its ornamentation on its facade and tends to include zigzag patterns, geometrical curves, chevrons, and references to Egyptian motifs, including relief fluting and reeding. There are many examples of this style throughout Buffalo, especially in commercial buildings. From when this building was first constructed, it had been home to a Loblaws grocery store, New Way Grocery, the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, and others, various offices and storefronts. That's all you have, James, on your thing? It should be also noted that we did find in our archive, there were a few drawings of facade improvements over the years. We've included those in the public record as well. All right. So that'll conclude my time. I'd like to ask the owner's representative to come up, state your name and address, and then please give your presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Tom Lewin. I'm one of the owners of the property under 4519 Main Street LLC. I own that with my brother Michael Lewin, and my address, I live on 25 Lawrence Lane in Williamsville. Sorry I couldn't make the last meeting. I was out of town and didn't have much notice for it, so I couldn't make that. But we are obviously, you're not going to be surprised, but we're opposed to this designation. The building's been there for a long time. It's going to stay there for a long time. To me, there's something really wrong when the town comes to me and says, I want to control your building. Well, if you want to control it, buy it. But just to be able to come up to us and say, we're going to dictate what can be done with this building, doesn't seem right, doesn't seem very American to me. With that said, I don't think I'm going to change your minds whatsoever, but I think you should go about this process a little more fair. Because what you like about the building, and I like also, is the sandstone front. It's pretty, it's nice, it should stay. But what you've done is you've said, well, we're going to take control of your whole building. You didn't bother showing pictures of the side of the building here. The side of the building is nothing but brick. It's not anything special. It's not anything historical. The back of the building is vinyl siding, concrete block, and brick, and a little bit of almost like a T111 type siding. If I want to change a light fixture in the back of the building, do I need your permission? Yes or no? Well, that's part of my presentation, is I'd like to know the regulations. And I would hope this board, if they're saying they're going to take control of this property, they should know the answer to that question. Am I going to get an answer or not?
No, please continue.
Okay, so I'm not going to get an answer. I'm glad to be here. So my point is, if I want to do something at the back of the building, you shouldn't have any control over it. If I want to change the paint color of the back of the building, should I have to come to you to get that paint color change? No, there's absolutely no reason why that should have to come to you. So if this designation is going to happen, and I'm sure it's going to happen because that's why you're here right now, I'm asking you to do the fair thing. And it's something you haven't done before. And that is to designate the front of the building as historical. Yes, that means that the sandstone will always stay, facade will always stay. I don't think the building's going anyplace anyways. But it also means you probably have to change how you do things a little bit. Because right now you just, hey, the building's historical, we're going to control it. I'm requesting, if you're going to approve this, approve that the front is historical. Let us do what we do on the side and the back. And there's only one side to count because there's an attachment on the other side that you really can't, nobody can get to. It's blocked, touches the other building. So that's why I'm here, asking you to do the right thing, find a new way. The building's not coming down tomorrow. You got time to do this. Building's not coming down in 5 years. You got time to do this. Do it right, designate the front, and let the sides do whatever we do with it. Not that we're gonna do anything with all brick on the side. Let the back. If I want to change the color from the old chocolate brown on the concrete block, I shouldn't have to come to you to do that. If a light fixture needs to be replaced next to Adams Rib entranceway, I shouldn't have to come to you to have to do that. So that's our request. If you're going to approve this, we wish you wouldn't, but if you're going to approve it, approve the front facade only. Find a way to do it. Do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to quickly recap, so what this board does is takes in information in a public hearing, and then we decide whether it's obviously worthwhile or not to continue on to recommend that the landmark nomination move forward to the town board. So the town board is the one that authorizes landmarking. It's not us.
But I certainly believe that your recommendation carries a lot of weight, and your recommendation could state that that's the way we should be doing things.
What I don't, and I'm sorry, I defer to legal or Dan or anybody. I don't know if the town board is allowed like a working session or something like that. Or they just base their decision on the recommendations that they're given in a public hearing, which, by the way, there's also a public hearing that would be scheduled if we do move forward with this. The town board schedules a public hearing as well. It's not just this one here. So they have to take in all, I apologize, they have to take in all the information they receive in order before they make a decision.
Then give them that information that I'm requesting you give them.
Sure, of
If
course.
you,
Yeah,
if you
this
think,
is-
if you think it's correct,
Yeah.
give them that information.
And of course, this is being recorded. Everything is being recorded. They will view this recording, obviously, as part of their findings for whenever they schedule this, if they do.
So I might understand that once you go back, and I'm sure you'll talk about this in your own session, you go back and you say, hey, that does make some sense. Would you put that in writing to the town board?
It'll be it's all the notes are transcribed. Right. And I'll say it is not on our agenda to take any action on this today at this meeting.
No, I don't, it's not a matter of what day it happens. The question is, does it happen? Will you present to the board that maybe there's a different way we should be doing this? Because you're working with it daily. The board does many other things. You're here to do more than minutia, I think, and they're here to listen to the overall picture. How should we do things?
You're
So I-
asking for a change for how the HPC recommends designation, and that's not something that the five
No,
of
I'm not
us are
asking
going
for-
to say yes or no on at this
You're
moment.
incorrect. I'm
Right.
not asking for how they recommend designation. I'm asking for them to recommend the designation for front facade only. That may have not have been done before. It's my understanding it has been done in other parts of the country, just not here. Maybe it's not something you've ever thought of before, but I look at things differently as a building owner than you are going to look at things, because I know what it takes to manage the property.
And your comment has been noted,
Yep.
and it will be in the minutes, and it could be a discussion point if the HPC
Yeah,
chooses
exactly.
in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Lewin, I had a question for you, if you wouldn't mind. This board had showed an interest in previous meetings in helping to contribute to the restoration of that front facade. I'm just curious, do you have any plans or interest in doing that kind of work to the front facade?
What type of restoration are we talking about?
Well, just some of the materials in the front, maybe underneath though, is original materials to that building. And having it historically designated might be a vehicle for you to help get tax credits for that kind of work. And I'm just curious, do you have any long-term
From
plans
what I
there?
understand, having a town designation does not provide any tax credits to us whatsoever.
That's correct.
Yeah, so there's no tax credits that you just mentioned for us to go ahead and change that front facade?
No, not directly from this board, but I think in the, help
Not
pursue
from
that kind of
anybody.
thing.
If it's a town designation, from what I understand from my attorneys, there's no tax credit available to us to do anything to it.
Correct. However, town designation then comes into play when it is presented to the State Historic Preservation Office as a possible state and national land
Is it-
register nomination. And that's where you receive your tax credits.
Yeah, right now, we don't have a state designation, and it's not something we've discussed at the moment, no.
So that's something, yeah, that's something for you to consider as well, is there are tax credits available for improvements, upkeep, restoration of your building. It's a vehicle that obviously this board doesn't have any control over, but it would set in motion the possibility for you to consider that. So it's something for you to think about as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll allow members of the public to come up and give their commentary. If you could, anyone would like to come up, give their name and address and public comment, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Jane Cox. I live on Harlem Road in Snyder, around the corner from this building on North Harlem. I spoke before at the public hearing about, I would say, the neighbors' concerns about our downtown area, if you will, of Snyder, where we have these older buildings. They have been found to have historic criteria, and we are trying to keep them rather than having them knocked down and you get a big hole in the ground. The Art Deco style of this building is what was the main attraction, and its history in the commercial development of Snyder as it was populated, streets were put in, people moved to the suburbs. Let's see. This is one of the few remaining commercial buildings in the Snyder area on Main Street. It's very visual. And we're hoping that the town will be able to work with the owner. I know there's always a lot of opposition, a lot of misunderstanding when you do try to designate a building or a home, and people are concerned about how they will be affected. But this is the reason this board is here, to look at the big picture and decide, is this something you want to protect? Thank you.
Thank you. We have anyone else who'd like to come up? Nope. Hearing none? All right. Okay. That wraps everything.
Close the public hearing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your time. I'm going to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
Second by Ms. Waterman Kolpa. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Second, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned. We will resume our regular meeting at 7 p.m. Thank you.